aspirants, KCET 2026 dates are officially out and the countdown has begun. If you calculate roughly, we have just 100 days left for the exam. So at this point of time, one question that is there in everybody's mind is it still possible to get top 1000 rank? So before answering this, let me tell you that I have been mentoring KCET students from last 3-4 years. And every year, I see there are some students who prepare very hard, very seriously throughout the year, but give up in the last few months. But at the same time, I have also seen students who prepare or who study average throughout the year, but in the last few months, they get that kick, they study aggressively, smartly, strategically, and get top 1000 rank. So the answer to the first question, that is it still possible? Yes, 100% possible. But it is only possible with a right and smart strategy and your dedication and your hard work. So if you also want to get top 1000 rank in KCET 2026 examination, go to the comment section and comment right now that I will give my 100%. This shows your motivation. So in this video, I am going to share a 100-day master plan that you can follow for the next 100 days to get top 1000 rank in KCET 2026 examination. So here I will cover in which month what you need to prepare, what you need to study, how you need to study, what are the resources you need to follow, and so on and so on. So let's see what we have in today's video. So first I'll talk about a very, very important thing, that is transform your mindset. See, if you might have listened that if you will, you can. Right? So the mindset at this point of time is very, very important. So how you can train your mind to be positive, that I'll tell you. Second, we'll talk about how much marks you need to secure for top 1000 rank. Third, I'll tell you the best resources that you need to follow, limited but relevant. And then we'll talk about the 3-phase master plan. This is the core of today's video. And at the end, we'll talk about the chapter-wise analysis. Okay? So let's get started with the first topic, that is transform your mindset. See, students, at this point of time, majority of you will be in a panic mode. You might be thinking like this, that, oh, only 100 days are left. My syllabus is not complete. My PYQs are not done. Others are far ahead of me. You are preparing an everyday plan, but you are not able to follow it. So on and so on. There is a lot of fear. There's a lot of overthinking and zero output. See, this mindset can actually ruin your preparation. So you have to train your mind and you have to change your mindset to a topper's mindset. From panic mode, you have to switch to strategic mode. What is strategic mode? What you must switch to? You must think that I have 100 full days to improve. So whatever days are left, I have to utilize it smartly and in the best possible way to get top 1000 rank. That should be your mindset. You need to focus on high-weightage chapters and PYQs. You need to prepare daily plan, weekly targets, and be consistent with your efforts. And the most important thing is self-confidence and self-belief. You need to believe that you can achieve top 1000 rank. You can do it. So the first thing, before starting this video, please change your mindset from this panic mode to strategic mode and have that self-belief that you can do it. Right? Next, move to the next thing, that is marks for top 1000 rank. See, in KCET, as you all know, the rank is determined by 50% weightage from your PU2 marks and 50% weightage from your KCET marks, right? So for getting top 1000 rank, how much marks are required? So in your PU2, that is out of 300, because here we will consider only PCM, physics, chemistry and maths. So out of 300, you need to get 278 plus. Okay, but if you are getting 278 plus, you should make sure that you are getting 144 to 146 out of 180 in KCET. Now let me tell you very frankly that this is not easy. Okay, getting 120 plus is easy. Okay, but when coming to 144, it becomes slightly tough. So what you should target here? Okay, if you get good marks here, if you slightly the KCET marks are reduced, then also you will be on the safer side. So you should target at least 290 plus in your PU2 exams, and let me tell you that this is super easy. It is possible if you follow this strategy. So what is our target here? To get a top 1000 rank, to be on the safer side, I'll tell you for PU2 you should target 290 plus, okay, out of 300. This is only for PCM, and for KCET you can target 130 to 135 plus. Okay, so if you are increasing 5-10 marks in the PU2, if you get 5-10 marks less in the KCET, it will be balanced. Okay, So now let us talk about the best resources that you must follow. See, you have limited time. You cannot go to unlimited resources. You should be very, very particular and should follow only relevant resources. So to crack any particular exam, there are three pillars. First is to understand the concepts. So for understanding concepts in KCET, you need to follow only and only NCERT. Okay, NCERT books are the best resources for clearing all the concepts. Second is to do PYQs and question practice. So for that, I'll tell you for PU2 PYQs, you can refer to Jivit book. Okay, I'll just write here Jivit book. Okay, I have personally used this one. So at the end of the book, there are PYQs for last 3-4 years. Definitely, they are a very good source. And for KCET PYQs, you can follow MTG book. Okay, they are also very good resource where like year-wise the PYQs are given. And for extra questions, you can definitely refer the PU2 question bank. Okay, for the PU2 board exams. And for KCET, the same MTG book will help you to practice some extra questions. So two pillars are over, concepts are done, question practice is done. The third one is mock test. So for mock test, you can refer to again MTG 10 mock test papers for Karnataka CET. This book is available, or you can also purchase any online test series if available. Clear? So resources are clear. Now let us move to the most important part, that is three-phase master plan. So we have 100 days in our hand, right? And I have divided this 100 days into three phases. So phase 1 will start from 10th of January to 20th of February, which contains 42 days. So what should be your focus at this point of time? Only PU2. Okay, there's no question of PU1 at this point of time, only PU2 for both KCET and board exams. Now coming to the second phase, that is from 20th of Feb to 17th of March, which consists of 25 days. Here the focus is again only your PU2 board exams. Okay, I'll just change the color 1 minute. Yeah, so here the focus is your PU2 board exams. Now moving to the third phase, okay, which is from 18th March to April 20. Okay, 34 days. Here the focus will be completely on the KCET 2026 examination. So if I just tell you a summary, so till 20th of Feb, we are going to focus on both KCET and PU2 board exams, and we'll be covering only PU2 syllabus. Moving to the second phase, our focus is only on our board exams, and on the third phase, our focus is only on the KCET exam. Okay, now I will discuss each of these phases in detail. Let's move to the first phase, that is phase 1, which consists of 42 days. Now if you see PCM, okay, if I'm talking only about PU2, physics has 14 chapters, chemistry 10 and maths 13. That gives me a total of 37 chapters in 42 days, right? So you can say 5 days you can think for revision. So roughly you have 1 day for one chapter. So before studying or doing anything, one very important thing that you need to do is syllabus analysis. What is syllabus analysis and how to do it? See, you have to prepare one list for every subject. Sorry, you have to prepare 2 lists for every subject. List 1 consists of all the completed chapters that are done for you, and list 2 consists of those chapters which are pending. Okay, now this will give you a clear idea that how much syllabus is completed and how much syllabus is pending. So all these 37 chapters should be divided into these 2 lists, right? Now, what is the second step here? That is our daily study routine. So as I told you, I have 37 chapters in 42 days, roughly 1 chapter a day, but you don't have to sit and study only one subject throughout the day. Okay, that will lead to burnout and frustration. What you need to do is you have to select 2 subjects every day. Okay, and how you can plan here, you can see. So subject 1, you have to select one pending chapter from subject 1. So for example, subject 1 on day 1 is physics. You have to select one pending chapter from here, and subject 2, one completed chapter you have to select. Suppose chemistry is subject 2. So here you have to select one completed chapter of chemistry. So for pending chapter, you can dedicate almost 3 hours, and for completed chapters, around 1 hour to 1.5 hours you can dedicate. So how you will complete this pending chapter, that we will discuss in a while. But for this completed chapter, what you have to do only question practice. Okay, and which type of questions? You have to practice both KCET and PU2 questions. Okay, so for example, if you are doing for 1 hour or 1.5 hours, you can do 10 questions of KCET and 10 questions from PU2. And what you have to focus, only PYQs at this point of time. Okay, focus on PYQs first. If PYQs are done and still you have time left, you can go for other questions. So on day 1, physics, chemistry, day 2, chemistry and maths. On day 2, you can do one pending chapter of chemistry and you can revise one completed chapter of maths. Again, when you are doing a completed chapter, focus on solving the questions, right? So like this, you can do 2 subjects per day. Okay, so this is done. Now let me tell you what is the smart strategy or the best way to complete a chapter holistically. Okay, so first thing, you have to select a high weightage chapter. Okay, do not waste your time on a low weightage chapter. So what are the high weightage chapters? I'll tell you at the end. So first of all, select a high weightage chapter, then understand the concepts. This is very important. So for understanding the concepts, you can either refer to NCERT, okay, or your class notes and everything, or you can watch one-shot videos. Okay, these 2 options are available. Now, once you are done with the concepts, do not forget to make 1-page summary note. This is very, very important and crucial for revision. Now, once you have prepared this 1-page summary notes, then you need to solve the PYQs of KCET and PU2. So please remember, at this point of time, that is in this 42 days, first your target should be to complete the PYQs. Okay, of KCET. For PU2, you can definitely do question from question bank as well. But for KCET, no need to solve any other questions. Just do last 5 years of PYQs. Now, once the PYQs are done, there will be so many wrong mistakes in your question solving. So just make a notebook and note down all the questions that have gone wrong. This will help you to revise later. Okay, so this is the strategy that you need to follow for every chapter. Clear? Now let's talk about our weekend plan. Okay, so weekend, so you have to study from Monday to Saturday. Sunday, you don't have to study anything new. What you have to do, you have to revise all the chapters that you have completed in the entire week. Okay, so whatever completed new chapters you have completed, whatever completed chapters you have revised, so all those chapters you have to revise again on Sunday. Okay, after that, whatever wrong questions you have written on your error notebook, solve it once again. Task 2 is done. Task 3 for Sunday is to write a mini test for PU2 and KCET. So you can see, you cannot write for all the 3 subjects, then try at least you are writing for 2 subjects on one weekend. On another weekend, you can write for the other subjects. Okay, let's now talk about the, like after the phase 1, what should be your status? Means after 20th of February, if you follow this strategy seriously, at what position you will be at this point of time? So the first thing is your all PU2 chapters should be completed. When I say it is completed, it means you have solved the PYQs of KCET, PYQs of PU2. That means the chapter is completed. So all the KCET and PU2 PYQs of all the chapters are done. Okay. And next, gone through the PU2 question bank for the high weightage chapters. See, now I have told you in my previous videos also, you don't have to study all the chapters to get 60 plus out of 17 chemistry and physics, right? So there's a smart approach for that. So if you are doing like this, if you are selecting 6-7 chapters for chemistry or 8 chapters for physics, make sure that for those 6 or 8 chapters which you have selected, you have done the question bank thoroughly. Okay, you have solved all the numericals and you have gone through the question bank. Whichever question is difficult, you have written its answer. So for those chapters, you have to do it. So if you are unaware of this video, just let me show you that I have created these 2 videos where I have given you 60 plus with 6 chapters in chemistry and 60 plus in physics with 8 chapters. So if you are aligning with this, if you are preparing in this way, so for those 6 chapters and for those 8 chapters, make sure that the question bank is done thoroughly. Clear? Now let's move to phase 2, that is from 21st of February to 20th. Okay, here's a small change in the date. I'll change it, just a minute. So from 21st of Feb to 17th of March, right? When the exam PU2 boards are ending on 17th of March. So what you have to do here, you have to solve mock papers that are given by the PU board. Okay, so try to solve 2 papers daily. Okay, also you need to analyze it. So at least you have to, I know it is slightly difficult because writing 6 hours is difficult, but yes, you have to do it. Try to write on alternative days, like 2 days, two on first day, 1 day on the second day. Like that you can like mix and match, but at least write, try to write 2 papers, 2 mock papers per subject by 25th of February, first half. Okay, so just write down all 2 mock papers, analyze them, also revise your weak areas. Now after that, from 26, 27, 28 is the exam. You can study for your first subject, that is I think Kannada, if you are having. If not, you can keep revising. Now after that, the exam will be going on till 17th of March. And one very important thing is, this year if I see the schedule, there is not much gap between the subjects. Okay, so please don't keep anything that you will study at the exam point of time. For exam, it's only thing that you need to do is revision. So whatever syllabus you need to complete it right now. Okay, now we'll come to the third phase, very very important, which is from 18th of March. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so now we'll come talk about the third phase, which is very important, from 18th of March to 28th of April. 34 days we have here. Okay, 34 days. Now what you have to do at this point of time is, first 15 days, that is till 2nd of April, you have to complete the PU1 syllabus. Now see, don't take too much stress about the PU1 syllabus. Out of 60, 40 plus questions will be from PU2. Okay, hardly 10 to 15 questions will be there from PU1. And for PU1, just follow this mechanism, watch the one shot video and solve PYQs. Okay, watch one shot, make notes, okay, one page notes, and then solve PYQs. No need to solve extra questions. If you solve last 5-10 years of PYQs, you will understand that from this particular chapter what type of questions have been asked, and the pattern is repeated. So no need to worry for the PU1 chapters. And now if I talk about the last 19 days, that is from 3rd of April till 20th of April, only thing you need to do is mock test and revision. Okay, our PU2 syllabus is done, our PU1 syllabus is done. Now in the last 19-20 days, the only thing you need to do is mock test, revision, mock test, revision. Okay, you can solve extra questions, that comes under revision only, right? So with this, the third phase is done. So now I'll tell you the high weightage chapters for KCET and PU2 for different subjects. Okay, so starting with physics PU2, so you can see the chapters that are highlighted in red are the high weightage chapters. Okay, the chapters that are highlighted in yellow are your moderate weightage chapters, and the green one are low weightage chapters. So when you are doing the chapters, when you're completing the chapters, make sure that you do these high weightage chapters properly. Means you're solving each of their PYQs, you're analyzing their mistakes, you are doing it in such a way that all the concepts are crystal clear. Right, so you can see electric charges and field, electrostatic potential and capacitance, current, electricity, moving charges, ray optics. These 5 chapters should be done thoroughly. Okay, if you leave, for example, atoms and nuclei, these are low weightage chapters. If you leave 2-3 questions from their PYQs also, doesn't matter much, right? That's the point of saying here. Similarly, you can see these are the chapters for moderate weightage, and magnetism and matter, electromagnetic waves, atoms and nuclei are the low weightage chapters. Now coming to PU1, so almost one question you can expect from all the chapters. So the most important here is system of particles and rotational motion, where you can expect 2 questions. Moving to the second subject, that is chemistry PU2. So as I have told you many times also, that there are only 10 chapters, most of the syllabus is deleted. So you cannot have low weightage chapter in PU2 chemistry. Okay, all the chapters are either high weightage or moderate weightage. So all the 5 chapters that I have shown here, solutions, electrochemistry, kinetics, aldehydes, coordination, are high weightage, and DNF block, alcohols, haloalkanes, biomolecules and amines are moderate weightage. But you have to complete all the chapters, do not skip anything. Moving to the next one, that is chemistry PU1. You can see that from chemical bonding, you can expect 3 questions. Equilibrium, redox reactions, hydrocarbons, and also structure of atom, you can expect 1 to 2 questions. So when you are doing PU1 in the month of April, you have to do these chapters first. Okay, other chapters carries 1 mark, so you have to do it in the second priority. Now moving to the math subject PU2 syllabus, you can see these chapters which are highlighted in red are very very important. So you have to do them thoroughly. Continuity and differentiability, integrals, determinants, vector algebra, probability, application of derivatives, 3D geometry, these all are high weightage chapters. Talking about the moderate weightage, these are the chapters, and linear programming is an easy and a low weightage chapter. Moving to the maths PU1, relation and function part 1, sequence and series 2 marks, and limits and derivatives 2 marks. So these are the high weightage chapters. Apart from that, there are other chapters like trigonometric functions, complex numbers, linear inequalities, permutation and combination, binomial theorem, straight lines, conic sections, 3D geometry, statistics, probability 1. Okay, so there are in maths one benefit is there are a lot of overlapping chapters in PU1 and PU2, so that will help you to reduce some of the chapters from PU1. That's what I believe. Okay, So students, I think the strategy is very clear now. I have explained everything point by point in detailed way. So please make your plan for the first phase. Make a list of completed and pending chapters, which chapter you are going to do on which day. So at least plan for 1 week and just follow it and then go for the next week. So try to complete the entire syllabus by 20th of February. Okay, this is very, very important. If you complete the syllabus, then only you will get that confidence, and when you write the mock test, you perform well, you will definitely do well in your boards exam. So at this point of time, getting 290 plus in your boards is the first priority. So work on that. If at all, as I said, KCT is important, but yes, if you are very weak in PU2, please give maximum time for your PU2 preparation. Okay, so that's all in this video, and I hope this strategy was helpful. If you still have any doubt, if you have any concern, do not hesitate, comment in the comment section. I'll definitely reply to all your doubts. Thank you so much. All the best. Keep working hard, keep smiling. Only few days are left, so let's get it together.